The following program is sponsored in part by Trader Joe's Grocery Store in LaGrange and by Flavor Cooking School in Forest Park. Hi, welcome to Cooking Around Town. I'm Riley Henderson, and today I'm going to take you to Scusi, one of Chicago's famed Italian restaurants. Later on, I'm going to teach you how to make chicken Florentine. But first, off to Scusi's.
Now it's cooking for mezzaluna.
Basically, I started cooking since I was 18 years old. I first started in RBTV grounds. So there's a little restaurant. I started from this washer, salad, buzzer, and all concept about all the system about restaurants. And then I came a line manager and now a sous chef, and I was a general chef in grounds. Okay, and I'm really motivated about this concept and system. So I'm gonna be 15 years working in this business. So I'm pretty excited and like it.
Sous chef is like the second in command behind the chef. So that's basically what I do over here. In a restaurant for 10 years, so most of the 10 years over here at Scusi. And I don't know, I like being, well, I've been like sous chef for 4 years and I really like it. So I want to be the rest of my life and not spend the rest of my life working in the kitchen. If you can be like a leader, you know, that's the most important thing over here. You see, you think you have to handle like I say, like 20 people around you, and that's the more important thing.
In my situation, I didn't go to school. I learned in my by working in the restaurants, but right now I'm studying some management trainings, so this is good. And but it's going to be possible for the future. I would like to go to school sometime. You have to be more responsible in this business if you want to come to be a chef or a manager someday. Basically, we have a special every week, but mostly it's kind of the same sustainable Italian food. Sometimes we do like maybe a little chance in a special fish, but mostly the time is the same kind of food, Italian food. I came from a little restaurant and I learned new things there, but here it's a huge learning. It's a big challenger here, and I'm really motivated about Italian food. Like I said, my inspiration is to know new things, like cheeses. I mean, and new pastas, like fettuccine. I mean, it's a lot of pastas, you know. So that's my inspiration a lot about this concept of food, Italian food. I really like it.
Little sauce in the top. Little pesto. The pesto. That's it. Ready. in the top.
Hi, welcome back to the kitchen. As I promised, I'm going to teach you how to prepare chicken Florentine. Now, it's not that hard. First, what I've done is I've coarsely chopped about 8 ounces of baby spinach. You could use pretty much any kind of spinach, long length, baby, doesn't really matter. I've added about 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm just going to place this on the stove here, and we're going to let that cook until it's all wilted and it seems about right. So what we're going to do now is I've chopped 3 pieces of chicken into about 3/4 of an inch, and usually you're supposed to use 4 for the recipe, but these are fairly large sized pieces, so 3 should be about fine. What I'm doing here is I'm coating them in about 2 cups of flour, and I've also seasoned them with pepper and salt. Now, you want to make sure that whenever you cook with chicken or any kind of meat, that you wash your hands and wash the surfaces that you work with, because you can get pretty sick. Once you've coated these, you want to coat them so that there's barely any chicken showing. You want to just roughly coat it. And so now that the chicken's lightly coated, what you want to do is grab a already slightly heated frying pan, and then you're going to want to add about 4 tablespoons of butter and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, give or take a little. And then once that's going, you want to turn up the heat and then toss on the 3 chickens. Now it's going to take a little while for those to heat up, and meanwhile, right when they start turning brown on each side, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add some tomato sauce. Now, Italians love their sauces, especially tomato sauce, but in this case we're just using canned sauce, which works pretty fine. So if you'd like to make your own sauce, more power to you, but any sauce should pretty much work, any marinara sauce or just regular tomato sauce, chunky, smooth. So as you can see, these chickens they're starting to brown. So you want to make sure you cook it all the way through, because you don't want any uncooked chicken. So while we're waiting for that, just going to clean up here a little. What you're going to want to do is there's still going to be leftover oil and butter in there. And when you throw in a tomato sauce, you're just going to want to keep all that. It should be fine. So now that they're starting to brown pretty well, I'm just going to add the tomato sauce in there. Mix that around. You want to make sure you don't cook it too rapidly. Now, while we let this cook up a little, I'm going to go take a peek to see how our spinach is doing. As you can see, it's starting to wilt. It's looking about good. We probably want to cook it a little bit longer. All the butter is firmly melted. And what we're going to want to do with this is, once it's done heating and the chicken's looking pretty much cooked all the way through, we're just going to throw this on top. And you also want to make sure to toss that sauce around. You want to mix up the oil and the butter, and you also don't want it burning to the sides. Same with the chicken. All right, I've put out my burner, so I'm going to relight this here. There we go. All right, our spinach should be about ready, so I'm gonna go grab that. You also want to make sure to toss your spinach and just move it around so it doesn't burn to the pot. So now once it's ready, we're just gonna grab this. And my tongs seem to be locked. 1 second. All right, now what you wanna do is you just throw this right on top of the chicken. Don't mix it in with the sauce necessarily. It's all right if you get some in there, but you wanna get it mainly on top of the chicken. All right, this is looking pretty good. All right, now that we got that on there, next thing we're gonna do is take mozzarella. Now, you can get a bunch of different kinds of mozzarella. You can get the just plain packaged kind. What I got was natural mozzarella, which was it comes in a liquid, a sort of oil just to preserve it. And it shouldn't matter either way which kind you use. What you want to do is you want to lay this on top of the spinach, which I've laid on top of the chicken, and then that should melt pretty well. Now you want to keep a close eye on this, like I said. It's starting to boil pretty rapidly here, so what you want to do is take a platter, take this off the burner, be sure to turn it off too, and then take the chicken and place it on the platter. Lost my cheese there. It's all right, you can just toss it back on. And then once you've got that, once you've got the chicken arranged, you want to dump that sauce. First, you want to mix it up. Make sure you've got all the oil and butter. You want to make sure you've got that all mixed up, and it's not, you don't get big puddles of either. But once it's all mixed together, it should be good. And then what you want to do is just gently dump that around the chicken. And voila. Chicken Florentine. For more information on recipes featured on Cooking Around Town, you can visit our website at www.rbtv.tv. That's all for this week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Riley Henderson. I'll see you next time.